Welcome back to another episode of Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast hosted by the best above the rest, your girl BellaThaGawd. Anyway, we're going to get into it. Sometimes I have a topic that I'll have like ready to go, but this one is literally about life and how life be lifing. I don't remember my mother, other people of her generation raising their parents. And I don't know what's going on. I just think it's the phones. It's got to be the phones. My grandmother doesn't listen for shit, y'all. She doesn't listen to me. She don't listen to her fucking self. And so just having to teach your elders technology. You're the IT guy, even if you're not the IT guy. You're the GPS, even if it's your first time as well. And you're trying to teach people that have already lived a life how to be, you know, good, kind, and considerate fucking citizens again, just simply because they're aged out, they're tired. Life they ass as well. They lived and saw so much other shit, and it's just like this is a fucking lot. Me having to just do so much. I'm filling out paperwork. I'm taking people to the doctors. People are not listening. They don't want to adhere to health guidelines, and it's just like, baby, if I wanted six fucking kids, then I would have had six fucking kids. But also, again, going back to the main point that I said, I don't remember my mother and them having to raise their parents. Like, I truly think that what's happening, we're going from a patriarchal to matriarchal society. And hopefully I live long enough to be able to see that blossom. I don't really want to be at the beginning of it. I want to be able to flourish in it some of my life. But I do want to say this. I want to say that the technology, although I blamed, some of the characteristics of our elders on it, has helped us. We have realized that the dream that women have been sold, grow up, go to school, find a man, get married, have babies, happily ever after, isn't happy at all, right? And it's just like us talking to say, oh my goodness, our elders are doing X, Y, and Z. These men are doing X, Y, and Z. When they say go get you a good man, it's like get you a decent man, right? Get you a man. Do we go down the list? Get you a man that doesn't abuse you in any kind of way, that contributes to the household. And I know people be like, oh, that there's so many men that have that do things like that are still just terrible people, right? Men aren't born leaders. They're not. And that also plays a part in, who are the caregivers of the family? Why is it falling on the women to make sure that, oh, I got to make my man's doctor's appointments, and I got to make sure he take his medicine, and I got to cook two meals because he can't have this, and all he can eat is turkey. And I understand, as a collective family, coming together and making better healthy choices as far as eating, but when it comes to quote unquote spoiling somebody or having to go the extra yard, the extra mile for someone who honestly wouldn't do it for you in the capacity that you do it, is crazy. It's crazy. Having women say, yes, you go get you a man and he takes care of you, and in return he gives you his check, but it's at what fucking cost? At what fucking cost is the check worth the peace? How much peace are you losing for that check? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It is crazy. Raising them, undoing patriarchy, teaching your elders that the way some of the things they taught us is wrong, the way that they lived was wrong, and that's all they know, and they don't want to change, and they're not open to change, is so tiring. But what I experienced today is more tiring than that. And that's seeing your people age out, and die. Um, the natural aging process is, it's not scary, it's sad. It makes me anxious. It makes me, ooh, it's some feelings I have up in here that I really don't know how to express. But it's not sadness because I know my people lived an amazing life. It's just the realization that death is about to smack me in my face again. And I feel like when my mom died in 2021, then my grandfather died in 2023, and they died a couple days apart, just different years. So December spanks me all the time. My mom died December 21st. My grandfather died on fucking Christmas. Y'all, and so what's so crazy is, why did he die on Christmas? Because him and my grandmother's anniversary is December 24th, Christmas Eve. And what wound up happening is my grandmother said, "You better not die on our anniversary." So then he died on Christmas. He didn't. He listened to his wife for the last time. Life is just crazy. So to know that there are more coming, because my people are, they you know what I'm saying? So my grandmother's in her 80s. One of her older brothers, you know what I'm saying, 90. Wife is right in between there, and it's like, it's happening. And it's happening faster for some than the others. The reality of death. The reality of, although I don't feel old, I am the generation that takes care of everything that's about to happen. There are some people on earth that still have never been in the funeral planning, estate planning, trusts, lawyers, probates, lawsuits situation. And the only thing that I could say with that is, always have somebody on your accounts. You don't have to let them know that they are on your accounts. Have your stuff written out. Put your shit in a trust. Put your shit in a trust. And if you go to my playlist, where I give out death education, it's called Death Education, I tell you several things, state by state, who, um, in order, by law, by what state. I went state by state in U.S. territories of who gets, control over your body, and the type of, not necessarily the verbiage that you need to use, but how I want y'all to make sure that you know who has your power, who has the power of attorney over your accounts. Can be someone totally different who has power of attorney over your health. This one person doesn't have to do everything. If you know somebody is great at what they do, let them do that, right? Love on your people. Love on your people. Yeah, man, just seeing my people, you know what I'm saying? My aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, and we're pushing 90. And the natural progress of the human body, and the timeline that we're on, 100, right? So it's like, you don't know when they want to give up, or their body will just give up, and what we'll be faced with. Love on your people, man. Love on your people. But in the meantime, in between time, be very fucking strict with them. If you set up the passwords, have like you know what? I just thought about, do a family account for yourself. So auntie stuff goes to you, uncle stuff goes to you, grandma stuff goes to you. You could just say, "Oh, this is my email." Da, 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 da. Like, some of my grandmother's stuff comes to me, and she'd be like, "I don't need you on my stuff. I'm grown." Da, da, da. And I'm just like, "Babe, chill out." Like, you're older, but you're not wiser at this point, and that is so crazy to realize, that your elders are eldering, right? You just sit back and look at everything, appreciate them, tell them that you love them. And this was not meant to be a morbid episode. It was supposed to be a more uplifting episode, but I just want y'all to know that, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. I gave